What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a wonderful Monday. It's Thanksgiving week, so happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope you guys are able to spend time with the ones that you love and um, just relax and spend time with one another. Um, with that in mind, I want to talk about suicide because I've seen just a lot of different people from different walks of life, whether it be actors, people that I know, people my age that you see on the news. People just feel like there's no other escape. People feel like there's no way out other than to commit suicide. For example, Jason David Frank, who is also known as the Green Ranger, the White Ranger, that passed away yesterday due to suicide. 49 years old. I mean, when you think of the grand scheme of things, that's not that old at all. He's still got plenty of life ahead of him. But for whatever reason, he felt like that there was no other escape other than to commit suicide. He thought that he would be better off um, doing it, ending his life. Um, if you've never been in that predicament, if you've never been in those shoes, it's hard to describe the feeling that you're feeling. The feeling of hopelessness, a feeling of that there's nobody um, that cares about you, nobody that loves you, that life would be better off without you, that people will go on, nobody will care if you're gone. Just all the things that go through your mind when you're depression and contemplating suicide. I've been there myself several years ago. For those that know my story, I've dealt with depression, dealt with suicidal thoughts and actions, um, and that's not a good place to be in. It's not a good place to have those thoughts cross your mind of wondering if people would really miss you if you were gone, if people would care if you died, or you think that life is too much to handle and you feel like you have to resort to that. I'm here to tell you there's somebody that cares about you. There's one person on this earth that I promise you, if you decided to do that, it would totally wreck them. It would totally devastate them. There's your mother, your father, your dad, or not your dad, but your uncle, sister, husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. Um, Domestic partner, I don't give a shit. You're gay, you're gay, I don't care. But there's somebody on this earth that cares about you. And if you were to take those steps and committing suicide, um, it would devastate them. So don't think that you're alone. Don't think that nobody cares about you, because there's at least one person that you doing that would crush them. You don't know how much you mean to that person. Um, so just if that thought never crosses your mind, just think about that. I know we as men, we're taught to bottle up our emotions. We're taught to not talk about things that are going on with our life. And I think that's the biggest lie, because of course, we as men, we've got a lot on our plate, whether it be the head of the family, whether it be financial responsibilities, um, personal stuff. We've got a lot on our plate. And just to have that burden in itself, it's hard. But to have that um, misconception that men can't talk about their feelings, or men can't um, aren't supposed to be emotional. That's the biggest lie. If you're having those thoughts, talk to somebody. Reach out to somebody. One person, I guarantee you, like I said earlier, cares about you. And if you were to reach out to that person and talk to them, I promise you that it would be so much better for you getting it off your chest. Just to have that conversation. It's not an easy conversation to have, but it's so much better knowing that you have somebody to reach out to and talk to when you're having those thoughts. So talk to somebody. I don't care if you're a guy or a girl, talk to somebody, reach out to somebody, because we don't want to go down the road and find out that you lost, or you committed suicide, or that you're no longer with us, and live life with regrets, thinking, oh, if they'd reach out to me or if they'd talk to me. And just think about the worst day that you've ever had. Some people could be different things, but you survived that. You survived 100% of the bad days that's ever or the bad things that's ever happened to you. Just think about that. If you could survive that, you could handle whatever life brings your way. No matter what it is. It may be you're going through hell right now and you feel like there's no escape. I promise you will survive it. You'll make it. Just be positive and reach out to somebody. Like I said, I don't care if it's a text message, Instagram message, a phone call. Reach out to somebody. Talk to somebody, because you matter to somebody. Like I said earlier, at least one person in this world cares a lot about you. So reach out, talk to somebody, get whatever's going on in your life off your chest, man. Because, like I said earlier, we as men especially are taught to bottle things up emotionally, and eventually it explodes. Eventually it resorts to suicide. It resorts to people feeling that there's no other escape and there's no other way out. So with that in mind, like I said, you survived 100% of the worst of your bad days. So it's going to get better. And talk to somebody. Like I said, it's not an easy conversation to have, but reach out to somebody. I promise you, somebody wants to hear from you. Somebody wants you to reach out to them and be that person to talk to if you're going through things. Well, you're not alone. Somebody cares about you. I know, especially during the holidays, you think about the loved ones, people that passed on. And it's hard. I get it. Especially, like I said, during the holidays. It's people go through their first Christmases or first Thanksgivings without their loved ones, or they've passed on, and it's a reminder that you're not with that person. Hold on to the good memories, and like I said, reach out to somebody. Tell somebody what's going on in your life, because like I said several times, at least one person cares about you. All right, happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and later.